I held my ground and flipped the page, my pen a sharpened sword to speak the quiet, heavy truths the cameras had ignored. Now hold on, sir, I squared my stance, let's strip away the spin. Let's talk about the billionaires and how they really win. Let's analyze the power games and macroeconomic facts. The capital that hides behind the military acts. The president just crossed his arms, his posture growing tight, as I brought the heavy theory out into the oval light. You close the Strait, the prices jump, the working mother pays, while legacy investors make a killing in the haze. The cost to pump the crude remains the same as weeks before, but now the profit margins multiply because of war. It's artificial scarcity, a lucrative embrace. Inflation starves the middle class while wealth goes out to space. The burden hits the grocery aisle, the fuel pumps and the streets, while all the top percentiles are securing their receipts. And what about the missiles, the demolition plan? A massive influx of the cash for every defense man. The aerospace executives are popping their champagne because a smoking power plant is just financial gain. You blow to bits the bridges, let the infrastructure burn, then subsidize the private firms to rebuild in return. It's a military feedback loop, a highly yielding trade where taxpayer money buys the bombs and then the builders pay. All the hands on the clock spin around and around, while the men at the top burn the world to the ground. They trade in our blood and they gamble our light, but what are the people? And what are their right? From the streets of Nevada to Persian Gulf shores, the little guy pays for the billionaires' wars. You claim it's an emergency, you need the wartime might to bypass legislation and to govern through the night. The shock doctrine is in effect, the Senate steps aside while the regulated policies are taken for a ride. The public is distracted by the existential dread. The spectacle of violence keeps the heavy hearts misled. A frictionless environment for oligarchs to thrive, while average folks are scrambling just to keep themselves alive. And then there is the deadline, exactly 8 tonight. A perfect piece of knowledge for the few who hold the light. It's information asymmetry, the ultimate inside trade, to bet upon the energy before the bomb is made. Your inner circle knows exactly when the clock will strike. They leverage global shipping rates and watch the market spike. They're trading on the futures just a few short hours before the geopolitical shockwave washes up upon the shore. The elites will pivot quickly, grab the roots around the Cape, while smaller competitions are caught up in the tape. They monopolize the networks in the shifting paradigm, because a violent restructure is a profitable time. So look me in the eye, sir, as the world prepares to bleed. Is this a clash of nations or an exercise in greed? A necessary battle for the safety of the state, or intentionally calculated, exploiting the debate? An economic harvest of the friction and the hate. The Oval Office echo with the ticking of the clock. I'd strip the paint and finish off the presidential block. He leaned across the resolute, his eyes a hardened slate, as Washington moved closer to the awful hour of 8.